This is, in fact, the final episode in the Dolphin, or Marie's Dolphin Intarsia project. And I believe if you were here for either the first or second episode, I said I was going to try to use some of the scrap wood that I had, the little pieces that seemed to collect over time, and I was going to try to get rid of some, because like I guess every woodworker, and especially I would think people who do Intarsia, every little piece has some possibility of being important down the road somewhere. So I said at that time that I was going to come over here and I was going to try to use some of these pieces on the project, and I in fact did. I used, I think, 3 smallish pieces out of here that got incorporated into the project. But unfortunately, when I did that, I also had to use some large pieces, and I think I put back a total of 5 or 6 pieces to replace the 3 that I used. So I basically increased the pile here by at least 2. So here's a pretty good sized chunk. This was going to be part of one of the Dolphins here, and I did it some other way. I forget now what I did, but that's one. This is one. A lot of this stuff is this backing board, probably too small for anything else, but I'll keep it. So there you go. That's the way it always works out for me. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. But anyway, let me change the camera angle. We'll get into the 6th episode, the last episode on this build, and I'm going to try to make it brief. Okay? Thanks. Okay, so now that we're back over at the table, we'll take a look at the project and just a few comments. And here's one piece of wood that did not make it back into the stack or pile or boxes or whatever that is over there of wood. I mean, it's such pretty wood. It's Paduke. It's I love the color of it anyway. But I can't bring myself to throw it away, and I know that it'll never be useful for anything else with this weird shape. But for now, it's just laying here on the table. So I'll put it out over there. Now, I just want to say a few words about the finishing. I put boiled linseed oil over everything to bring out the color. That's what the main, basically the only thing that I put on it to start with. It was just boiled linseed oil. And then I colored the whole thing in polyurethane to spray on. It's clear and it's gloss. Usually I'm not a big fan of glossy projects, but this one, since it was underwater theoretically and seascape and all that, I thought, okay, shiny water, make it look a little bit more like water. So that's why I use the gloss. It's just a personal preference. I usually like satin finishes, but in this case it was gloss. And the only reason I have the stain out here is on the backer board. I stained, I'll show you in a minute, but on the backer board and some of the inside, as I think I mentioned in a previous video also, I had to, or I felt I had to darken it a little bit. So that's what that is, or that's what these two things work. Is what I usually do is I put this gunstock 223 coating on, let it set for just a second, and I wipe that off, and then I put ebony 2718 min wax wood finish. I put that on, then I wipe that off, and in my mind I like the way that works. But that's the only staining I use. And then I explained about the eye, and I'll show you about the wood burning of the eye, and that was incorporated in one of the earlier videos also, and I'll show you a close-up of the eye at the end of this and judge for yourself. So anyway, what we have is this is where the pattern came from, out of Scroll Saw, the big book of Scroll Saw woodworking. I don't actually see a date on it, but anyway, I'm not going to go through and look for it. It's this book. And this pattern, oh no, that was close. And it's this pattern, and it was by Rick Gillespie. And thank you, Rick Gillespie, because I've done this twice now, and this one I think turned out pretty good. So that's the book. Rick Gillespie's the true artist is Rick Gillespie, because he came up with the plan. And then this is what it looks like, or what I normally do is put it on a bigger board, and then I place, I'm going to save this. I usually have them sitting around, because I do in fact think of them as the patterns as artwork in a lot of cases. So that's why I have it on here, just for posterity's sake. And then here's the big reveal. Ready, Marie? Ready, Liam? Ready, Melody? Okay, here it goes. Okay, this is what it looks like now. I don't know if you can see that in total or not. There it is. It's the last thing I'll be doing woodworking wise for 2016, because today's the day after Christmas, so there's not that much time left anyway. So that's what it looks like. I don't know what else to say about it at this point. As far as the grandkids are concerned, Marie, you'll be getting this in about, I don't know, a week or so. I got to find a box to put it in and get it ready to ship. Well, here, I'll just do the eye right now. If you can see that, here's the eyes. And I don't know, wiggle it around a little bit. Anyway, that's what the eyes, or how the eyes come out with that method I use. So those of you who saw that, this is what it looks like. You saw it in a previous video. Anyway, there you go. So this will be coming to you, Marie, in I don't know, a week or so. It's not a gift or a present for any purpose other than you asked me for it, so there it is. Don't keep asking. Don't ask me for a car when you get older, though. But, some things I can do, some things I can't. No cars, no airplanes, no boats, and Liam. No cars, no boats. Melody. Joke books only, okay? Anyway, so I want to thank you. If you watched all the whole series, thank you very much. And kids, I hope you picked up a little bit on how these things are done. Maybe sometime you'll want to try one, and I hope you do. So thanks for everybody who watched the whole thing, and I'll see you maybe in the new year. Okay, thank you.